Hey guys, I've been looking at 3 or 4 different variants of Burning Abyss to profile on my channel after you guys answered on the poll that a Burning Abyss deck profile would be the thing you're most interested in as far as my next Burning Abyss topic video. So today I finally found a variant that I think is probably my favorite going forward in the format and going even into Dark Neostorm. Obviously some changes are going to have to be made in allowance for Cherubini and some of the combos that it allows, but we're going to be talking about Chaos Burning Abyss today. And the centerpiece of this deck is that I feel like Chaos Burning Abyss needed a light monster engine in order to make it easier to summon out your chaos monsters. And so I decided that the Ojamas were probably the best light monster engine that we have access to in the game currently. So we're going to get to those. We'll start at the top. Obviously, we have our Burning Abyss monsters, 2 Farfa, pretty standard. We don't want to have too many Burning Abyss monsters, but Farfa is one of the better ones. We can clear our opponent's monsters temporarily, whether it's as disruption on their turn or to allow us to OTK on our turn. 1 Skarm, generally we're going to be blinding second, in which case this card isn't that good, so we're only playing 1. Of course, Seer and Graf, Alec, Libic, Alcab, and Barbar, all of the good ones, and then 2 Fiendish Rhino Warrior. So this is sort of all of your Burning Abyss monsters in 1 card. It also sets up the 2-card Beatrice combo. We're only playing 2 in this build though, because it's not dark or light, and because we're also playing Ojama Red, so this is another normal summon that we're adding to the deck, so we want to try to keep our total number of normal summons in check. You'll also notice we aren't playing Tour Guide. Not really searching with Skarm anyway, and it's just another normal summon, and it can be ashed, unlike Ojama Red, so we're just going with this instead. When this card is normal summon, you special summon up to 4 Ojama monsters from your hand in attack position. So hypothetically, you could summon 4 other Ojamas here, and then just go straight into Borrelsword Dragon, or at least you could link some stuff and then go straight into Borrelsword Dragon. Usually that won't happen, and usually what you're doing is making your rank 2, which we'll get to later. Ojama Red's just sort of a solid normal summon. Lets you put some pressure on board. Pretty good. Ojama Blue, it's a little slow, but when it's destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, you can add 2 Ojama cards from your deck to your hand. So it's a +1 when it's destroyed by battle, so it's pretty good also. +1s are always fantastic. Pot of Greed is a +1, so Ojama Blue is sort of a pot of greed for the Ojama archetype. And finally, playing each of the vanillas, they're just more names, and they can be summoned with unexpected die. We're playing 6 Dangers. I was considering playing full 9, but I decided to ultimately cut 1 of each just because of space reasons. We want to make sure we can draw into our Ojamas, our polymerizations, those kinds of cards. And if they discard themselves, then they're not really getting through your deck, so we want to be careful with those. And 1 Edgemp Sabers, solid all-around level 3 monster that you can summon from the graveyard. If you have any extra Ojamas you don't need, you can put them back on the top of your deck and summon this instead. Going into kind of the more specifically Chaos cards, we have the 3 Wyverburster, 2 Collar Serpent. Collar Serpent is much better in this variant than most other Chaos Burning Abyss decks because we have all of the Ojamas that we can banish for it, so it's actually a decent starter card. Eclipse Wyvern allows us to banish primarily Levianeer, and then we can search it when we banish it with something else. The 2 Levianeer, really great card. I kind of want to run a rank 8, but the extra deck is pretty tight, so you can consider that if you want to. Blackluster Soldier, Envoy of the Beginning, whereas Levianeer has the double card destruction, which can be pretty good against back row, or just baiting out negations from your opponent. Blackluster Soldier is very good for OTKing, so we do also throw in 1 of those. To round out the monsters, we have 2 Destrudo and the 1 Meremere. You do generally want to try to be OTKing with this deck, just like other Burning Abyss variants, going into your Borrelsword, and since Destrudo plus 1 other monster is 4 materials, we still want to play it. Decided to only go for 2 instead of 3, just because we don't want them to clog our hand. Going into these spells, 3 Polymerization. So We decided, I decided to not play Sekka's Light in this deck, simply because there are too many good spell cards to play in this variant. So not only does Polymerization hard make Dante Pilgrim, which of course can't be targeted, it's very powerful, and it's really unfortunate that Beatrice being destroyed is the only way that we can make it. So this way we can actually make it with 3 different Burning Abyss monsters, the way it was intended to. We're also playing Ojama Knight, so I'll talk about Ojama Knight when we talk about the extra deck, but both are super solid cards. Super Poly, really good in the mirror match, especially when you're going second. There's some cheese decks that will try to summon Ojama King and Ojama Knight to block out all 5 of your monster zones, and so a lot of times in tournaments, I'll just super poly both of those away for my own Ojama Knight. So it's really good going second, circumventing that. And then we also have the 2 unexpected die. Like I mentioned, there's free Ojama monsters on the field. So if you open red or a die and a second Ojama, you can always make your rank 2. Going into the extra deck, we have Beatrice, of course, and 2 Dante. So the Phantom Knights of Cursed Javelin, it's a rank 2, requires 2 monsters. You detach a material from the card, and then target a face-up monster your opponent controls, and until the end of the turn, change its attack to 0, also negate its effect. Now unfortunately, there won't be a Phantom Knight under it, so it won't be a quick effect, but usually you're going to be making it going second, and you're going to negate the effect of a Thunder Dragon Colossus, or baiting out a monster negate, or something else like that. So it's a pretty solid card to make with your Ojamas when you aren't making Ojama Knight or using them as link material. Getting into link monsters, standard Boral Sword, Borload, Brisbane, Decode Talker's pretty good. If you do have to go first, you can sometimes make Decode Beatrice, and if your hand is really good and you get really lucky, you can also make the Ojama Knight on top of both of those things. And so then you can block out 2 of their monster card zones on top of already having the Decode Beatrice. Nightmares, we're just running Unicorn and Phoenix. We had to cut Cerberus for room. Heroticus and Link Karibo so that we can link our stuff into effect monsters for Boral Sword and Borload. Doom Fusions, as I mentioned, and finally the Yazi to round out the Destrudo package. So yeah, this is Chaos Burning Abyss, or at least the build of it that I'm playing currently. Right now it's been undefeated at locals, so I'm feeling really good about taking it to my next couple of regionals. I said I was probably going to play a different deck, but I think this is the one I'm taking. This has sort of revitalized my interest in Burning Abyss, and I really think it could be strong going forward. I've been seeing a lot of mirror matches again, that's why we're playing the Super Poly. So I'd really be prepared for this matchup going into your next events. Really, really powerful, really scary. Just being able to like block out your opponent's monster zones is ridiculous. So that's all I've got for you today. I'll probably be talking about something else Burning Abyss related next, maybe talking about the potential ban list that we're going to be getting, those sorts of things. So that's what you can expect from me, and I will see you guys then. Bye.